But yeah, so it's been if it's been out for so long, then you know, yeah, yep, yep. All right, I think my phone's charged enough now, dude. My hair is freaking raunchy. We're talking about TV shows in here, what your guys' favorite TV show is, and I was talking about TV shows that I haven't watched, or TV shows that I've stopped watching because they've killed off certain characters or done things that I didn't really like. And I was telling my chat, the only TV show that I've ever been able to watch from the time it came out to the time it ended was Supernatural. Two and a Half Men was okay. I wasn't really able to get into Two and a Half Men. Like, it was something I could watch every once in a while. Like, if I like went in the living room and sat down and it was on TV, I would watch the episode that was on. But it wasn't something that I would put on when I wanted to watch TV. Yeah, for sure. How do I feel about Russia? I don't really know too much about Russia. And I don't really talk about things like that because that's, as an influencer, I feel like it's just terrible to bring stuff up like that. Terrible to bring, like, politics up. Like, there's just a lot of things that, unless you're somebody that talks about that stuff on stream, or religion, like, religion's a very sensitive topic to bring up too. So there's a lot of subjects. Sometimes they do get brought up, but it's very rare, and I try not to talk about certain things. Oh yeah, Supernatural is my favorite TV show ever. Like, I would have to choose Supernatural, to be honest. I can't watch scary TV shows. I get too scared. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I'll pee my pants. I get scared, and I can't go to sleep. And then if I'm alone, and I watch a TV show, and there's nobody else in the house but me, and I hear a little noise, I'll freak out. I'll be like, oh, fuck no, where's my keys? I will close my door and lock it, and I'll be like, bitch, I gotta pee, but I'm not going out there, so I gotta hold it till the morning time. Imagine seeing dead. Oh, fuck that shit. No, I couldn't do that. There is a certain TV show that I've watched before. I forgot what it's called, but it's this girl that talks to the dead. Like, they come to her and she helps them pass over to, like, the other side. I forgot what it was called, but I used to watch that one when I was younger. You like my outfit? Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you, I appreciate you. Two and a Half Men. Charlie, he was the inspiration. Yeah, for sure. This is a 2022 Dodge Cummins. A diesel. Diesel. I like your outfit. Matching my Ferrari. Oh, you got a Ferrari. You know what I think is cooler than a Ferrari? Older cars. I think older cars are cool. Older cars are cars that people have built. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see, like, a car that, like, looks like no other car you ever seen because it's been customized so much? Like, they take a car and they completely customize it to where it looks different, like nobody else has it. Like, seeing a Ferrari, like, it's cool, right? It's cool. It's because it's super expensive and it looks cool. But when I see a car that somebody's completely redone, like they put a lot of work into it and changed the way it looks completely, it's fucking cool. Because nobody else has it, because it's custom, you know? That's fucking cool. Like, I'd rather see that than a Ferrari. Halo? Yeah, I like, I didn't really play Halo too much, but I like the storyline to Halo. Oh, the Ghost Whisperer. Yeah, I think that's what it's called too. I'm good. How are you today, Jose? I speak English only. Any car with you in it? Aw, thank you. I like Bugatti. GTRs are fucking cool. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like you could customize a GTR really cool too. Yeah, I like GTRs. No, I have my Mustang still. I think I might get my Mustang back on Friday. I think I'm able to get it back on Friday. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. But so far they're saying Friday. Customize their vans is like building a tiny home. Oh, that's cool too. I like seeing people do that. It's freaking neat. I'm in a truck right now. No, I didn't sell my Mustang. So my Mustang needed a whole new engine. I forgot why, but it literally needed a whole new engine. So it's been in the shop now for, I don't know, maybe like 2 months. But they are saying it should be ready on Friday, but we'll see. No, we're not sponsored now. I wish. That would be cool. Like wear sponsors on my shirt. These are fake sponsors anyways, I'm pretty sure. I don't think these are any real brands. For Mustang or BMW? I don't know. Whichever's the fastest. Yeah, Nissan GTR, yeah. Yeah, Nissan GTR. They're cool. And they're fucking fast as fuck, too. For the price, they're fast as fuck. They're obviously not the fastest car, but... A Porsche 911 is really cool, too. They're really fast. I just don't like how tiny they are. Like, you ever seen a Porsche 911 in real life? I think it's smaller than a fucking Corvette. And for me, I don't know about you guys, I'm a tall woman. And I think a Corvette is tiny in my opinion. There's some guys in stream that have told me, no, a Corvette's not tiny at all. But I feel like they're probably shorter than me because I'm a pretty big girl. I think if you think a Corvette is big, it's probably because you fit in a Corvette. But for me, like, getting in a Corvette, it's tiny to me. But a Porsche 911, like, those are fucking tiny too. I don't know if they're the same size as a Corvette, but I think they might be smaller than a Corvette. I'm 5'7.5", 5'8" on a good day. In my heels, I'm probably about 6 foot. In my 3-inch high heels. Kept me happy forever. It always fades away. It lasts maybe for, like, even buying a new phone, I'm like, oh, this is cool for, like, the first, like, month. And then I'm like, oh, throw my phone when I get into the fucking car. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, or like when you buy a new couch, you're like, don't eat on the couch, don't eat on the couch. And then like after 6 months or something, everybody's eating on the couch, you know, like, because it's at the end of the day, they're just items. So it just fades away. You're like proud of it at first, it's cool, but you get used to it because it doesn't really mean anything, you know? But the only thing I've ever truly got upset about is losing people. Because anything is replaceable. except for a dog or an animal in any sort that you love, or an actual person. And I feel like growing up, you know, when I was in like high school, I always wanted to be cool, you know what I mean? Like, and I still get that way sometimes, but like I said, I get bored. I'm not perfect, you know, nobody in this world is perfect, you know what I mean? Everybody makes mistakes, you know, I believe in God, and even God has made mistakes, you know, nobody's perfect. But I feel like, you know, everybody kind of, you know, wants attention, or everybody kind of does that, but, you know, you get bored of it. But you can't replace a person. And time, what made me, like, realize it the most is people in my family that have passed away. And I was so fixated on making so much money and getting the clothes I want, designer shit like Yeezys and stuff, you know, and working so much that I didn't go to family parties. I didn't go visit, you know, my grandma or my grandpa, because I was so busy working. Like, oh, I can't come over today, I'm working, you know, I need to make money so I could do this, or I can go out and do this or that. When I forget that it's okay to work hard, but to not push the ones that love you away either. Because when they're gone, you can't get them back. Yeah, there's things I regret for sure. I'm not perfect. So, you know, I've made mistakes, you know. Like when my grandpa passed away, like I wasn't there. You know, I was all the way in Texas. You know what I mean? I was like trying to make money. I was in an abusive relationship, and, you know, I was basically like, fuck my family. Like, he doesn't like my family, so fuck them. You know, like, I was just being stupid and, like, making money and doing all that. And looking back on it now, like, I completely regret it. Because making that money and being with that abusive person was not worth not being there when my grandpa passed away. Or not seeing him for 5 years. I could have been with him for 5 years instead of doing that shit. And I would have had all those 5 years to spend with him, or at least, you know, every once in a while before he had passed. So that's a huge thing that I regret. And I can't get that back. You can't get it back. It's gone. So I always tell people, like, items, I feel like most people know this, but I feel like a lot of people need to be reminded, which is why I talk about it, because we all know this, right? Sometimes we just need to be reminded, is no matter what kind of item you have, at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. But the people that you love, you know, or, you know, any animal that you have or anything like that that can be taken away like that, those are the things that you really need to focus on. And, you know, still have, you know, a job and, you know, work hard. But always make time for those people, because you never know when the last day is. And time is like, I don't know how to explain it. Time is like the scariest thing, because you never know how much time you have or how much time somebody else has. Those would be your memories. Yeah, for sure. I've experienced the same situation. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it sucks, but, you know, all you could do is move on and try to be a better person and, you know, forgive yourself so that you can move on, you know. Because we all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I mean? Make sure you learn from your mistakes, though. You know? You be speaking some hard truth. Thanks. I'm not an atheist. No, I do believe in a higher power. Yeah, I do. Because everything is just so perfect in the world. It's just so perfectly done. I don't know. It's just so perfectly. I don't know. I don't really believe too much of the Bible, because I feel like the Bible's been tampered with so much. And then there's so many versions of the Bible. It's like, come on. Which one's real? So it's like, so I kind of believe in like my own thing. But yeah. I just believe that there's good and there's evil. And if it feels wrong to me, then I feel like you shouldn't be doing it. Even though I spent so much time with him, but still miss him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you'll always miss him. You know what I mean? And I feel like that hurt will never go away completely, but you learn to live with it. You know, you learn how to cope with it and to keep going on. You know what I mean? And it wasn't your fault that it happened. You know what I mean? Like, shit does happen. Like, you can't control everything, which is fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it fucking sucks. But that's just how things are. And all you can do is be there for the people you love when you can. And, you know, try your hardest. When I reunited with my family, it was a big relief, for sure. It was very, it was a lot of weight off my shoulders that it was something that needed to be done. Don't get me wrong, my mom drives me fucking insane, and my dad drives me fucking insane. They drive me fucking crazy. I love them, but sometimes I'm like, go away. Go away. Stop talking to me. I'm like, fucking shut the fuck up. I love you, but go the fuck away. Not right now. I'm an atheist. Hey, I respect that opinion. You know, everybody has an opinion. You know, I don't not like somebody just because they don't think the same as me. You know, everybody thinks their own ways. Just because I believe in God and somebody else doesn't mean I can't be friends with them. I'm friends with somebody right now, a couple that actually doesn't believe in God. And, like, we get along perfectly fine. You know, we're really cool. Just because you have different opinions, you know, doesn't mean you can't be friends. You know, I respect their opinion. Just because I don't believe in what they believe in, you know, doesn't mean I'm going to hate them. You know? That is how I'm with my mom right now. Oh, yeah. Like, I live with my parents right now, you know, because a lot of things I'm going through right now. And, like, I have no lock on my door. So my mom just fucking barges it. She's like, hey. I'm like, bitch. Like, I could be doing some shit in here, and you could, like, walk in. And she's like, you're my daughter. I've seen everything. And I'm like, girl. My mom just fucking, hey, we made brownies. I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck? Like, damn, man. No privacy. I'm like, girl, get the fuck out. I'm like, Mom, you don't see me barging into your room like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad. Oh, my God. Like, no, I always knock. I'm like, Mom, knock. She's like, I'm your mom. I'm not gonna. I'm like, Mom, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm 24 years old. Knock on my door. I got this problem, too. I don't know. I'm like, oh, my gosh. No privacy. My house, my rules. You know, fucking parents. Fucking, you live under my house. I'm like, I love you, but go the fuck away. You like my racing fit? Thank you. And you pay your parents' bills? My dad still works, and my dad pays their bills too. But yeah, I pay for a lot of my parents' stuff, and I bought my dad a new truck. So, like, come on, just don't barge into my room. Or my mom, like, she'll come in, she'll be like, hey, do you know where the scissors are? No? Okay, close the door. And then my mom, oh my God, this bugs me the most about my mother. My mother leaves the room, and she doesn't close the door. Oh my gosh, I'm like the door's closed, right? She fucking comes in, asks me a question, doesn't close the door all the way. I'm like, oh. I take a fucking pillow and I fucking throw it at the door to close it because I'm not getting up. I'm already laying down. I'm comfortable. I'm in my blanket. You know what I mean? So I take a fucking pillow and I throw that shit as hard as I can at the fucking door to close it. I'm like, annoying as fuck. I'm like, oh God. Or I don't know if anybody else's mom does this, but my mom takes a shit with the door open. So I'll be like walking out of my room to go to the bathroom. I'll walk in on my mom because the door's wide open to the bathroom. And she's just taking a shit. Like with the door wide open, everything. I'm like, Mom, What the fuck? Close the door. I don't want to see you taking shit. Like, door fucking open, fucking pants down, like, on the toilet. Walk right in. She got the light off and everything. She doesn't even have the light on. It's, like, off. She's, like, sitting in the dark on the toilet with the door open. And I'm just like, come on. Close the fucking door, Mom. That's crazy. Like, she just doesn't fucking, she doesn't fucking care. She does not give a fuck. Now, if other people are over, like family, she'll close the door. But she won't close the door if it's me, my dad, or my siblings. But if, like, other people are over, like, yeah, she'll close the door. If I have friends over, like, yeah, she'll close the door. Oh, man, she drives me, I love her, but she drives me crazy. She drives me fucking crazy, man. She makes me laugh, though. She really does. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know about you guys either, but my parents are the most fucking judgmental people. They deny it with everything in their hearts. Like, no, they're not. But to me, from what I see, my parents are, like, the most judgmental people in the fucking world. I don't know if your guys' parents are like that, but, like, they deny it so much when I talk to them, and they get, like, so, like, defensive about it. I'm like, no, you're so fucking, like, you're so judgmental. Yeah, in the dark and everything. That line with your kids, but let's hope you learn that lesson, but a lot of them sure don't. Yeah, my Amazon wish list is real. Yeah. I'm gonna be opening it all up in about, like, 2 weeks. About. My parents have gotten a lot better since I was a kid, though. I think the reason my parents have gotten a lot better, though, is because I'm very independent. I got, you know, financially pretty good right now. And I'm an adult. I don't let my parents walk all over me. You know, my mom says something, I say something back. You know what I mean? Like, I have respect for my mother. I have respect for everybody. Elder people, my parents, everybody. But once you disrespect me, I don't care how young you are, how old you are. Once you disrespect me, you've lost my respect. You know what I mean? I don't care if you have issues, if you're going through something traumatic, you know, health issues, if you're young, old. If you don't have respect for me, I don't have respect for you. I need to invest money with every check. You're right. I need to be doing that. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's so bad that I don't do that. I really do. Yeah. So you don't let money sit in the bank. It's not a good idea. Is that a good mattress on your Amazon wish list? I think it is, because I've heard so many people talk about that good mattress. I have a mattress that I bought, and I fucked up so bad. I fucked up so bad, you guys. I went to a mattress store not too long ago, probably like a year ago. And I got this mattress, and when I laid on it in the mattress store, my mom told me, oh, you need to lay on it for, like, literally 10 minutes. I told my mom, you don't need to lay on it 10 minutes. My mom was right. She always says, I told you so, too. So I'm laying on the mattress. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I take it home. Like, after a week of laying on it, the mattress was so hard. I fucking hated it, guys. I hated the mattress. My mom was right. I should have laid on it longer. It was terrible. It's so hard. Like, it's, like, so fucking stiff. When I laid on it when I was in there, it felt fine. It felt good. I liked it. But I hated it. And I hear so many people say memory foam is very squishy. And it's very soft. Looking for one myself. I think it's good. I heard memory foam is very good, honestly. MILF fingers? What's MILF fingers? Like scrawny fingers? I don't know. It's just a really hard mattress. I can't do foam, really. Why? I'm 24 years old. Almost halfway through my 20s. Crazy to think about, huh? I don't know. You ever just, like, sit down one day and just think about your age? Like, holy fuck, time has passed by so much. I can't believe, like, I'm this age right now. I don't know. I do that to myself all the time. I always, like, check myself. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I never thought I would be where I am right now in life. And I never thought, like, and it's just crazy to think the age that I already am. It's like time passes by so fast. It's like just yesterday I was 17. It's just crazy to me. Or, like, anything in life. Like, I could just look back at, like, oh, look what I'm doing for a living right now. Or look what I've accomplished. Or, like, everything I've been through. I'm like, fuck. Like, I would have never thought of that, you know? I would have never thought that this is where I'd be. But to me, I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's the excitement of life, is you never know what's going to happen next. Because if you had a perfect life, things would be too perfect. I feel like you got to have a little hectic in there. You know what I mean? To, like, make life a little more interesting. Like, a perfect life, I feel like I feel like you would not be very humbled, you know? Yeah, time speeds, it's insane. Yeah, like I told you, time is literally, to me, time is the scariest thing ever. Like, time, like, because you can't control it, and you can't get time back. So time is very, like, it's like one of the scariest things to me, other than dying. Like, those are probably the two scariest things. But, like, time is, like, very precious. And you only have so much time in a day, too. The days just fly by, like, so fast usually. It's crazy. It's like, before you know it, it's like a year has already gone by, and it's just like, fuck, that's crazy. Nobody has a perfect life. Yeah, totally right. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody's been through crazy stuff. Like, I would never imagine I would be where I am right now. It's fucking crazy. And it's crazy because sometimes, I don't know if you guys do this, but I will look at children playing, not like that. I will look at children playing and just think to myself, that's crazy that I was a child one time. And it's crazy to think that when I was a child, I never really thought about the future too much. I was only thinking in the moment because I was a child. And I had so much fun as a kid usually because I was only thinking in the moment about what I was doing, playing tag and stuff like that. But as an adult, I feel like there's so much stress, even a teenager. There's so much stress because you have to think about your future, you have to think about a job, you have to think about house, you have to think of how you're going to pay your phone bill. Like, it's always thinking. You always have to think, especially if, like, someone has kids. They're always thinking about, like, oh, I'm not living for me now, I'm living for my children. You know what I mean? But when you're a kid, like, you don't really think about that stuff. You're, like, very innocent, and you have somebody, most kids, there are some kids that don't, but you have a parent to take care of you usually, at least one. So you always feel safe because you're with a safe person, unless you were a child that grew up terribly, which that's so sad that fucking even happens. But yeah. Am I stressing Chad out? I'm sorry. I don't mean to stress Chad out. But in the end, just gotta enjoy the present. Yeah, for sure. I saw this post one time of this picture where this person was carrying 3 rocks, like, on their back. And it said past, present, and future. And they were carrying all these 3 big rocks. And then the next picture showed them putting down the past and putting down the future and just carrying the present. So the picture was basically saying, like, don't be trying to carry too much stuff at once because it's going to be a lot of stress and it's going to be very heavy. Just think, sometimes you just got to think in the moment, in the present. Shit's real though, yeah. Yeah, It's just sad because I've been suicidal before. I don't know if I would have actually gone through it, but I remember sitting in the car one time just thinking to myself, like, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way before, but I definitely have, and it's a terrible feeling not wanting to be there anymore. And you have to think of all the people around you, you know, because it would be selfish, you know, to do that to yourself and then leave, you know, people behind that love you. That show is ass. I didn't really like it too much either. It was terrible. I didn't really like it too much as well. Aw, hi Miss, how are you? I'm not watching House of Dragons, no. You ain't the only one. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people. I think there's a shit ton of people that have thought about suicide before, or not wanted to do it, but just thought to themselves, at least just thought to themselves, like, dang, like, I'm not gonna do this to myself, but, like, if I would, I feel like I would be at peace, or kind of, like, have thought about it before, like, not actually gonna do it, but it's just, like, crossed their mind before. And it's scary, like, when you get that low in life, that's when you know, like, things have gotten really bad. But just remember that things do get better. You just gotta make it through that. And if you can make it through that, something, you know, that dark and that scary, you're a fucking survivor. Like, you're so fucking strong, you have no idea. If you've ever thought about doing something like that to yourself and, you know, you get past it and you do good, you should be so fucking, like, so much strength right there. I've attempted twice through pills. Yeah, you know, you just have to remember that things do get better. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never know. The guarantee that your life is not going to get better is if you do that to yourself. The only possibility that it still stands that things can get better is if you keep going. And you keep trying to see. The guarantee of hurting yourself and you know, passing away is that you'll never know. But the only possibility that stands that things could get better is if you soldier it out and you keep going. That's the only way you're gonna know. You just keep going. Can't imagine how dark it looks from there. Rebound strong, yeah, for sure. That you will find happiness if you keep going. Yes, there is happiness out there for everybody. Everybody in this world has a very special role. Everybody. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't. There are some people who aren't as strong-minded as others and they just give up, and it breaks my heart that some people are like that. Or some people do bad things, you know, because of the way they've grown up and, you know, they just choose to keep going down that path. But nobody is born evil. Nobody is born wanting to have a bad life, you know. But I do know that everybody has a purpose. And you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going. And I know in the moment it's probably so fucking hard. You've probably fucking punched your fucking dashboard in your car like 20 fucking times before. Probably sped fucking 90 miles, 100 miles per hour. Probably fucking done a lot of things. But like I said, just remember what I always said. Yeah, abuse is no joke. Abuse is very hard to come back. Especially like if you get PTSD or something. I have PTSD myself. But I've gotten a lot better, and I've been doing a lot better lately. Like, I've been pretty good, and I have really bad anxiety, and sometimes, you know, I fall into that. Like, I was into that this morning. I wasn't doing too good this morning, but coming on stream and talking, you know, and venting to you guys, and, like, letting people vent to me, like, it helps me a lot. Do some wheelies, like, side note. You sound very wise. Thank you. I mean, I don't think I'm no more wise than anybody in chat. I think I've just been through a lot, and I think the more you go through, the wiser you get. But I think everybody in chat is very wise. Everybody in here, even the trolls. In the what? In the hood. What's to resolve your PTSD? For me, it was accepting it. When I was able to accept what had happened to me, because I was abused very bad, my case happened the same time Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's case happened, so I felt like it was hard for people to believe me. I had to show people, you know, my papers and my restraining order and everything to prove to people that, you know, it wasn't the same. And it just so happens that my case happened the same time as that, which made it very annoying. But I was abused pretty bad. I was sexually touched very bad. I had items put up my private areas that should not have been put up my private areas. Objects, not, you know, a guy's thing, actual object shoved up there. That a lot of stuff happened, but, you know, I've accepted it. I've in my heart, I've forgiven the person for what they've done to me. And a lot of people are like, I could never forgive somebody that does that. That is how you can't move on. You got to forgive them. Now, I'm not saying that people that do things like that shouldn't have a punishment. Yeah, there should always be a punishment. I'm not saying forgive them and let them roam out in the world. No, there's always a punishment to bad actions, right? It's how we learn our lessons. And I'm not saying that I forgive this person and I would ever let them back into my life. I forgive you, but I don't want anything to do with you. I forgive you. I hope you do better, do good in life, go your separate way. I'm going to go mine. I don't want anything to do with you. I forgive you. I wish you the best. I hope you get better. And that's how I was able to move on. But when I had first left this person, when it had got that bad and the ambulance came and there was cops and, you know, all that, for the first month, I would walk around in public and see this person. I would see them, and it wasn't them. Like, I would turn around, and I would see a guy, and it would look just like him. And I would have to double check myself. And I would be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it would just freak me out for the longest time. But when I was able to accept what had happened to me, realize that it can't be changed, that I grew as a person, I got past it, you know, it made me a stronger person, and only then was I able to start healing. And then I started finding myself more. I started working on myself. I started kind of learning what I liked, kind of, you know, understanding who I was, because I was able to do things. I wasn't being controlled anymore. Starting to love myself more, you know, and accept me for who I was. And only then was I able to get a lot better. But I think it works differently for everybody. But for me, that's what worked.